seeing as how you're the visiting team,
I
would
am
you
a-
like heads or tails?
All right, sweet. Well, if we're in, man, Psych, what are you thinking about this matchup?
Gentlemen?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I think this is an interesting one just because of the approaches of the different
Yeah, we want
teams.
to kick that. We want to kick that.
The Chargers are a really solid team from head to
Specifically
toe.
that.
They are a lot of people. Even though it's funny, we had the draft and the cores of 4, but most of these guys on the Chargers have played together
I had no idea how
often, and
49ers
so
thing,
they're familiar with each other and they are familiar with what they want to do with the
Hold up.
football. And as far as scrimming, I know against us and then against the other teams that I'm aware of, that shows like they're not trying to figure out who they are. They're just working on getting better. So that's one thing they've got going. The Unicorns are an interesting group. They've got Gunny, I believe, is their quarterback, who has some experience QBing.
Whenever you guys are ready,
and then they have got what I feel like maybe the first or second best line in the league. Those ladies up front are stout. And I know they've got 2. So if there's some guys up front also, then I'll amend that to say those guys and girls are strong up front. But I knew that they are led by their line, probably on both sides of the ball. They present a formidable, attack and defense of their quarterback. And then they've got some vets in the receiving game also. I know they've got Michael Slate, and I know Jinx has spent a season or 2 now receiving. She's really starting to come into her own in that role. And so, they're an interesting team to watch, colorful team to watch, both personality and uniform-wise, if I can throw a stupid joke in the middle of all this. But yeah, it should be an interesting match. If I had to pick a favorite going into it, I believe the Chargers will probably come out taking care of business tonight, but I am really interested to see what all the Unicorns can get going because, like I said, their line is top notch.
I just remind you.
It's like really quick here, going off of what you said about being colorful. I actually asked Gunny, the quarterback for the Unicorns, how excited would you say that you are that football is back? To which he responded, "I'm a unicorn in real life."
That's awesome.
Yes, and they do have the colorful appendage on their helmet and everything, so they went all out and embraced the unicorn lifestyle.
6 o'clock mark.
I would say that he's very excited.
We'll put in a play at 6 o'clock.
So it looks like the teams have done checking in. Just heard Skinner. I don't know if it came over the stream, but looks like both teams are ready to go, and they're just waiting now on the official 6 o'clock SL time to get the match started. It does look like I'm going to guess and say the Chargers won the toss and elected to receive in the second half, so they're going to be kicking off to the Unicorns. And we'll see what we got from there. Running over position-wise right now on the special return team, you got Michael Slate is the deep back. You've got Greg Stella and Gunny is the 2 shorter of the back receivers. You've got Snagglepuss. I believe that's a rookie this year. So I believe he's playing the CB at the very middle of the field, and then up front they have got Veronica that we were talking about earlier, Jinx, and then you've got Purdy, and then Brian Jacobs, I believe, is another new face. So that is the entirety of the Unicorn starting lineup and how they're lining. And then we had mentioned the vets and all that, so we'll run through. They've got Dwayne Viper, career Titan, now venturing out. Playing over there on the left, you've got Malik, who has wandered back into the SL football scene.
That's good enough.
So that guy's as talented as anyone. He's just been away for a little bit, so it's good to see him back. I've played with him before, so a lot of fun. And a really talented guy. You got Jack Mitchell also with the Chargers. He's a vet. He's been around for a few seasons. Everybody knows Kobe. Probably has worn something from Kobe at some point in this league. And then you've got Hefe, who is as electric a player as you're ever going to find in this league, bar none. Quarterback Cam Cora has done everything there is to do in this game at that position. You've got Blaze Vela, who is also as skilled as they come. That might be as dangerous a 1-2 punch as you're going to find in the league offensively between Hefe and Blaze. You got Diego also, who is a really, really skilled vet. Played with Diego several times. Really good player. And then their last, but certainly not least, Tom Box, Mr. Media himself, who pretty versatile. I know I've seen him at the line and at receiver for the Chargers. So there's no telling where he's going to end up this evening. And we're in play. All right, that one's going to be picked up by Slate about the 3-yard line. He has bounced it out past the 25 and gets tackled around the 24.
Yeah, there's a couple little decent moves there. Yeah.
Yeah, he had a couple blockers ahead of him. The best that he would probably be able to do in that situation. I couldn't see really anything else. Just get those yards. Though I did see
hold on,
how
guys.
nice his helmet is.
Refs.
Right.
New rule.
Refs.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, wow.
And so
we have to do the fumble thing. I know we don't want any fumbles.
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about the same
Oh, yeah,
thing,
they're
Mr.
discussing whether or
Bella.
not they want
Yeah, we
fumbles
don't
or
want
not.
fumbles.
yeah,
All right, no
Yeah.
fumbles. Frank.
And they've both elected
no
no fumbles.
fumbles.
That's good.
So
Yep.
I'm going to.
and I
clear
was
the
close.
registry
They've got
once here.
2
Hold on,
ladies
stop
on the
here.
line for the
It looks as though it's
Play
for the
not
Unicorns.
clear.
They've got Purdy
So
and
I'm
V,
gonna
and the third lineman they
register
have is Brian Jacobs.
Which I believe he's a rookie.
And then when
They'll
we-
probably have him on that. It looks like he's on the strong side right now, but
Yes, he is. Which you would think is a unique place for a rookie to be on the offensive line, but this team rolls. They do roll strong side, but they come back to the weak side an awful lot, maybe more than anybody. So
Right, which is interesting where you want to place Veronica just so you can seal that block to the weak
Yep.
side. That's going to be interesting to
Balls in
see.
play.
and so he's going to take this ball. He is rolling to that strong side, and he gets dropped by Cam Cora, who is coming in off the OLB spot.
And there's experience versus a rookie right there. Cam just
Yeah.
flew right through him.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be
Welcome,
a long night.
welcome to the league, Brian.
It's
Um,
gonna be a long night.
That time he does pick up some help. Purdy, or no, that may have been Jinx that grabbed it on the way out.
Okay, man, he is pushed way back. Best
Yeah,
friend
he's
just
running.
let this
He
ball out. Just throw this. Oh wow!
Oh,
ooh,
that's
risky throw.
Ill-advised. That was, I believe, 2-on-5.
Jack Mitchell's still with the ball. Still hasn't been
Yep.
tackled.
It's
yeah,
all right.
that-
It's preseason. We're gonna get the jitters out. That's what that is. That's all.
Yeah, he was running right there to the left. He was on a timed, like running for his life. There was no opportunity to cut back whatsoever. So he only had from where he was at to the sideline to make that decision, and probably would have been better off throwing it away. But he saw something that he liked and decided to take a shot. So now we've got Cam taking over at about the 16, rolling to his strong side. Much cleaner pocket. Although there is heavy pursuit.
Ooh,
Fired
pass
over the
miss.
middle. Yeah, I think that
Intended receiver for Jack. Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I'm not sure if Jack maybe could have done a little bit more to react to that one or not, but either way, it falls incomplete. This time, a much quicker throw to Blaze, but it went right by Blaze and gets caught by Diego. So I don't know. I'll say Diego's probably the intended target. Cam's pretty accurate. My initial thought was that was to Blaze, but Blaze didn't get it. I don't think anybody on that team minds though.
Yeah, and again, interesting. Did you see that Cam kept his short shape on for that entire drive? I mean, even on defense and on offense, he hasn't changed his shape, which is something that you don't normally see as a quarterback being short. I mean, it's the speed advantage for sure, but usually quarterbacks are taller so that they can throw the ball over that line.
Yeah, it looked like on defense he was playing that OLB position. So,
But the new rule, does allow you to change your shapes in the league.
Yes, that is a new one this year. That's interesting too. The field goal was registered. The extra point was registered no good. They went ahead and tacked it on, but that's the second time in 2 games that something weird has happened with the first field goal. So, I mean, I know this version of the field's been out long enough. We're probably not discovering new glitches. I just think that's interesting. And Hefe's going to boot this one again back to the middle of the field, recovered by Michael Slate again. He's going to bring it up over the 20. This time he's going to get dropped at about the 25.
tackled by Cam using that small shape to his advantage. That speed's going to be a real problem.
Yeah, speed does kill. You clearly see that. You're much harder to block.
Yep. So the matchup again is going to go in favor of Cam over the newcomer at right guard there. And I don't think they'll put up with that for long. I would expect if it keeps going that way that he's either going to start rolling to the short side much quicker, or make a swap there and maybe try to get V to buy him some time. He's got a couple of open looks right now, wide open receiver in the short middle of the field, and he overshot it. I believe it's number 8.
Yeah, intended receiver for K. Yeah.
He had that receiver, and I believe there was one right in front of him that would have been a little dump pass too, but he just sailed that one. And fires this
Well, it was a
one.
good pick.
Yeah, the contested pass was too snagglepuss, but Tom came down with it.
That was just a great jump by Tom.
Yeah,
He
really.
ran that entire way. He saw that was open, and he came down and crashed hard. I was able just to step in front. That's just a good read on Tom's part.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure what's shorter, Cam shape or the amount of field that they've had to go to score on their 2 drives. Take it over again. Oh, and this is a pick going the other way. Gunny to get one back.
Yeah, I didn't spin my camera around fast enough. I don't know if it was a Chargers player that just misread it.
Yeah, it looked like the Chargers player potentially had a move right at the end that caused him to miss it, and Gunny was just in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, I didn't see enough to make a judgment on that either way, but this one's thrown a nice grab.
Yeah, that was good
there.
protection.
That was actually a great thrown ball by Gunny. I mean, he put that in a spot where only his receiver can get it. That was a good pass. Yep.
Correct. Yeah, the receiver didn't even have to move. He just held the route there. Oh,
ooh, he jumped that gap.
Yeah,
oh,
man. That's tough.
That's gonna be all night, bro, Brian.
It is, man. It is. And we're laughing because we've all been there at some point in our career.
Oh my God, you're not kidding.
Nice picked up there. He better get rid of it though, not in time. Yeah, that is something that, good quarterbacks become very average if they don't have enough time to do anything other than run around. And right now, Gunny's a really good quarterback, but he's not been able to make very good decisions because he's just not had the time.
Yeah, I mean that sets you up for reads. That sets you up for making a better throw. I mean it's really tough to even see yourself right now in back of this end zone. That's just a chuck.
It is. And he had excellent footwork that time. If you notice the stuttering back and forth to buy himself a few extra seconds for his players to get downfield, but it's 4th and 30, and looks like they're going to try another one.
I mean, he just has to buy him. He's gonna have to buy himself at least 5 seconds here.
Right.
You have to.
Yeah, it's pretty risky. Yeah.
Just a toss-up at this point.
Yep. And he's
he got it off.
He's gonna get that off.
Intercepted by Jeff.
Yes.
I'm surprised he got that ball off. It seemed like he was stumbled.
I'm with you. I was expecting him to go down, and then the ball just kind of appeared and flew. So I was like, well, we'll go with that. But once again, I don't believe that the Chargers have had this start outside of their own 35 yet. They're taking over here at the 32. Cam's rolling to his left. He's got receivers spread out all across the field.
By Purdy to cut inside.
Yep.
Make the sack. That was a good move.
Yeah, and I talked about him before, the game, and because I guess of the highlighted position battle on the other side, we haven't seen much out of the Unicorns line, but they're finally showing up. And that's a dump pass over to the left to Blaze, who is.
And that dump pass opens up when you don't seal that weak side, and at that point.
Yep, I agree. And Cam scrambling around, forced to his back short side, and brought down again. 2nd sack on this drive, this time by Jinx. So at least on defense, you're starting to see the Unicorns line coming into their own and making some plays to negatively affect what the Chargers are wanting to do. Could have number 3. He's under heavy pursuit. Fires up a prayer down the sideline. Jeff
Caught
brings
by
it
Jeff.
in.
Yep.
Yeah, it's tough to catch over Jeff 1-to-1. You're just not going to do it, especially when you give him as wide open as he was at the start of that pass.
Yeah, Cam was under quite a bit of pressure, so he was just looking for a reliable receiver. And Jeff definitely fits that build.
Well,
Yeah,
as good as Jeff comes with the 50-50 balls.
Right, you're not going to find many as reliable. And a bat down.
Yeah, it looked like that ball came out pretty high, like he wasn't trying to throw it out anyway.
Right. Well, Rain had mentioned earlier that is one of the negatives of a quarterback playing, in a short shape, is being able to throw it over those linemen. In that case, he was not.
Oh, that's
wide open. Yeah,
That was a great pass, yeah.
Great read there. Diego did a good job of creating separation, and Cam was right on the money. So despite, by my count, 4 negative plays that the Unicorns defensive line created on that drive, they were able to work down the field and score.
It's good.
And so after 3 turnovers, the Chargers have 2 touchdowns to show for it, and then the 1 interception that they threw in return. But we've got 4 minutes left in the first quarter, and I'm out of practice at this, so I'm going to go ahead and get an ad out of the way here before I
kick it or run
before I
it.
let most of this game go by without getting one. And we'll start with Spill the Tea logo, or just Spill the Tea.
Honestly, just
You want me
run
to
it in,
kick it
we'll
or just run it?
Spill the
Just
Tea
run it
makes
in.
both
It'll
male
be
and
easier.
female clothing in Second Life, from t-shirts to hoodies and more. Spill the Tea also makes football uniforms for teams across the league. Come by and check them out as soon as this game is over. That is Spill the Tea. So it looks like there was a field glitch that caused them to have to redo that touchdown. While they're resetting that up, I am going to go ahead, since I've waited so long to get a single ad out, I'll go ahead and read the second one. Premier Wrestling is a YouTube-based wrestling federation, and they're looking for wrestlers, commentators, referees, and extras. And after a training period, they do give our wrestlers payment for each show that they are in to help with upgrading moves, outfits, etc. And if you'd like more information, please contact Vince Aftermath or Jasmine Trice in World.
Got it with that reception. He had nowhere to go. The Chargers really doing a good job containing them on those kickoffs.
Yep. And so this time they're taking over, it looks like, about the 26, 27 yard line. And so Gunny's going to take this one again, roll to his strong side. Does pick up a block there, and he's got a open receiver, Michael Slate. Made the catch out of bounds. That's a tough one.
I mean, that was a great attempt. Yeah, that was a great attempt by Gunny. I mean, really, the reason that they're getting killed right now is because, they're allowing the Chargers to have that short side of the field with these interceptions. So he really needs to just take his time, slow down, and try not to throw as many picks.
Yeah, I believe it may have been Caden picked up a block on the way out that time, and you notice the difference that's making. Yep, that now he's got a lot extra time. Firing back cross field, though, that can be dangerous, and the receiver there just was not able to find the ball there coming across the field.
Yeah, you can see a noticeable difference in the time he has.
Yeah, I mean, if you compare the plays, I know they haven't gotten the reception yet to show for it, but the quality of the throws and the ability to read the field and the routes are so much better when he's getting that lead block. Throws this one a little short, probably a good thing that he did. Diego was jumping that route like you wouldn't believe. And so that one falls incomplete in the turf. Yeah, I believe if it would have been up where it would have been supposed to have been caught, I believe Diego would still be running to the house with it. So he's rolling to his left again. He's got Slate open in the middle and overshot him. That would have been about a 30-yard gain. It looked to be just a hair over.
That was a great read by Gunny. I don't know if that was too high or he didn't engage his sprint. I'm not sure what the disconnect was there, but
yeah. Well, sometimes that's a thing you run into when the game starts out and you get the quarterback rattled a little bit with quick sacks, that sometimes it takes a bit to settle in. Cam, those rolling to his right. Excellent split right there of the 2 defenders.
Wide open.
Pressure. And right in the middle of the field, Jack Mitchell is going to bring it in for his first touchdown of the season. And just like that, we're about to be 21-0, extra point pending.
Yeah, it's tough giving them, like I said before, they gave him the ball again. I think it was on the 27-yard line on turnovers. With a veteran quarterback, you can consider him elite, Cam. He's going to take advantage of that all day long.
Oh, if you have that much time, coverage just breaks down naturally. You can't cover for that long.
Right.
You just can't.
And a lot of that credit goes to Cam's footwork is excellent, but also his line. He has Tom Box and Kobe on his line, so
Oh, absolutely. Having a line helps.
Yep. And while they're lining up, I will tell you about the Boardwalk. The Boardwalk is a place to make friends, shop top of the line brands, be a part of the audience, and chit chat with Chad Show. Play and live, and live. This thriving SL community
Ball and
is
play?
LGBTQ friendly, and everyone is welcome. Stop by to experience it all.
Downside hike.
This one looks like it's going to be sailing it through the back of the
So
end zone.
yeah,
I'm not sure if they missed it or just elected to let it go, but either way, they're going to be bringing it out to the 20. Probably just as good of a decision to let it go right there with the way that the Chargers have been boxing them in on the coverage.
got any rolling right?
Yeah.
He has a receiver open short.
Ooh, good,
Ooh, that was a good catch.
That
Yeah,
was a good catch. Yeah.
Nice defense of that pass by Caden there to bring that in. Diego was all over her, and she stepped up like she needed to bring it in. So a bit of good news for them on offense. That's a pickup of 6, so he's going to roll to his left now. Got 2 receivers over there.
Another excellent pass. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's finally settled in.
Yeah, it's super important for him not to get rattled. You know, they've had a rough start. There's no denying that, but that doesn't mean this game's over by any means.
No, not at all. You can score here, and it's going to change a lot. Hang on just a second. I've got a barking friend here in the back.
Got any rolling back? Good protection.
That was a smart decision to put that into a space where nobody can get it. I mean, the pressure is just so immense on Gunny right now. He's got to put that ball in just a spot where either his receiver can get it or nobody. That was a good decision.
Yeah, and Diego on that CB side, that strong CB, he's really doing a quality job.
He really is. As we're down psych now, just because he's got a furry friend. Oh, look at this ball!
Oh my!
Wide open.
Beautiful pass.
Nice catch there by Greg. That honestly was such a good throw, leading right into Greg like that. I mean, honestly, that literally best throw I've seen Gunny make tonight. I mean, just with the pressure that he's dealing with, that was excellent.
I couldn't agree
I
more.
missed that. I'm gonna have to pull that one back up on the stream.
Yeah, you should. It was a beautiful pass by Gunny.
Yeah, he's got first down now. He's rolling to his left from the 30. He's got a couple receivers working the middle of the field and throws it back across the field. Yeah, that one was not on the receiver. He sailed that one. He didn't have a chance at it from the get-go.
He seems to be wanting to throw those crossfield passes. I know, Troy, you're a quarterback with a past. I bet you can explain why those are so risky.
Oh man, I've been quarterbacking for so long in this league. I mean, they're open, they look amazing, but there's a lot of makeup time for a corner or whoever's covering to come back and get those, so they're really risky. Another good throw.
Another great throw.
Putting the ball in the spot where only his receivers can get it, and that's really hard to do, especially with pressure that he's under. But man, it doesn't help so much as a receiver to come back and get those.
Yes, and they're not. I mean, they're playing against a pretty well-seasoned defense. He sailed that one there. I don't think he intended for that to be complete. He knew that play was almost over, and he was covered.
I think Michael Slate's doing a great job running those routes, those 10 and outs. He's allowing to get a step on the corner.
And again, if he's only going to either throw it to his receiver or he's going to throw it outside. I mean, really, that's what he's looking for here. Oh, he has all the time in the world right now.
Yeah.
Back right corner. Oh, good.
I got 2 receivers. Yeah, out of bounds, unfortunately.
Yeah, you hear us refer to Michael Slate a lot. He is not hard to spot if you're watching on the stream. He is the player with the bright pink mane coming out of his, I believe, unicorn mane coming out of his helmet.
It's wonderful.
It is. We've had a couple of people get creative with their helmet attire this year as he's firing another shot to the end zone. I think he again decided to throw that out of bounds because the coverage was collapsing quick.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 10, so we'll see if he can get it done.
There's no reason to go for any field goals here. I mean, this is where you're supposed to work on your ends or the red zone offense.
Yeah,
there's no reason. Right. Let's see what he can do here.
So we're gonna roll around to the beginning of the season and then be in trouble because we haven't kicked any field goals.
Nice,
great throw.
That was awesome. That was a great
Excellent read. It was. He had rolled to the right, and Slate had bought enough time cutting over to the right that set up perfectly. So
Yeah, Slate's doing an excellent job. That corner is not stretching off the ball, so he's allowing Slate to get the outside when he cuts, and it's just a great route.
And I haven't noticed the last 3 or 4 plays, but I'm guessing that Caden is continuing to pick up that block on the rollout to her short route, which is probably the quarterback's best friend right now because the change that's made in what they're able to do on offense has been night and day different. So shout out to her for grabbing those blocks.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even look. But
No, because after it got like as soon as she got started, that was no longer a crisis. Like that wasn't the focus of literally every play.
Right. All I know is that Gunny literally made amazing throws there just to keep his team alive. I mean, he had to.
Yep. And Blaze showing off some of those moves.
Yeah, if they can get a stop here, it'll create some great momentum for the Unicorns.
Yeah,
I believe it's the first time that they're starting to run field position.
Right.
On their own side of the field.
This is the first time. And so he's under heavy pursuit now. I'm telling you what, if he wasn't in that short, faster shape, he would have gotten sacked there. He's still getting chased down.
He's got the receiver on the right side.
He decides to
Why does it take the run? Nice.
Yeah, that was a good job of coverage by the Unicorns, and then heavy pursuit also.
It's so hard to cover for that long. Sooner or later, someone's going to be wide open for him just to launch one up.
Right, because I mean, for the most part,
Purdy with the sack.
Purdy showing off that first round draft skill. But yeah, like we're kind of used to familiar with each other. What offenses do, so it's a little easier for defenses to hold place for a little bit. But like Troy was saying, whenever that play goes on so long, the plays just break down. You don't know what's going on. Oh, wide open there. Nice.
See, and again, that's such a good ball to throw because that was at Hefe. He had somebody that was directly behind him, but you take him out of the play when you throw that ball at that receiver. You know what I mean? They have no chance to come and cover that. I mean, that's just a good ball.
Blaze with the footwork, nice.
You saw that move to get himself an extra couple yards.
Yeah, he probably picked up 6 or so extra yards just in that little move.
That was disgusting.
Typical Blaze fashion, yeah.
Yep, and we are currently, it is 21-7 in favor of the Chargers. They have the ball. I was just told that our streamer's not wearing a scoreboard HUD, so I will throw that score out there, and it's just changed now to 27, soon to be 28. So I will start giving score updates often now that.
So that's the second, believe second or third time that Jack Mitchell's been wide open in the middle there. I'm not sure if they're zoning too far away from him and he's just taking advantage of that gap or what's going on. But
here's what that was in my opinion. I played long enough to see that Cam saw that so quick and was able just to snap and throw directly at Jack that he takes those two, whether you want to call it, I think the safety and a corner, out of the play completely. I mean, it looks open for a second, and he's able to throw that ball in there. If he waits any longer, then a safety or that corner is able to come in and contest that pass. But he saw it. He just quickly went in the mouse lick and fired it in. I mean, there's really nothing you can do.
Right. And while they are bringing that back, I will tell you about E-Marie. If you look good, you feel good. E-Marie offers a wide range of trendy apparel and statement-making accessories, exclusive gifts, and discounts available to VIP members. Go buy today. Also, at the next break, if our streamer Cheese, if you can throw up the Cosmic Dust logo for a little bit, that would be great.
Taking this ball at the 34-yard line, rolling left.
Yep.
Oh, he's got good blocks, plenty of time.
Slate, that one's on the QB there. Slate had that out to there on the left side, the left hash, easy, and Gunny sailed it out of bounds.
He also had about 10 yards in front of him.
Yeah, he could have ran that or thrown it right there, either way. But that was not the thing to have done there. They could have used those yardage, but it's only second down, so he's got plenty of downs to make up for it. Rolling to the left again, picking up a block, and curling back to his short side.
The short shape.
Yeah, not able to get away from Cam. That speed from the short shape, as well as Cam's just overall pursuit, really paying off there.
Yeah, Gunny elected to try to run backwards from Cam, and just that size difference just doesn't allow for it.
No, it really doesn't. It's one of the most frustrating things as a quarterback, especially.
He's got a nice clean
Ooh.
pocket there. He's going
Yeah, that's a pick.
to Slate, but yeah, it was 2-to-1 coverage the whole way. And if they're not careful, Blaze is going to take this one all the way back to the house.
Yeah, it's imperative that you contain Blaze because his footwork is insane, and he'll
I
make you
know-
pay for anything that you screw up on.
I know what he's looking for there. Cut back, cut around,
Yeah,
trying to get more yards. I know it looks good.
Blaze might be one-on-one the hardest tackle in the league. Nice throw and catch there, heavily contested by Snagglepuss. Really tight coverage on that, but Cam was just able. Cam's one of the quarterbacks in the league that can put the ball on that spot, even in the tight coverage. But there's not a lot else the defender could do there. Cam's going to roll to his left, buys a couple of blocks,
man.
decides to keep this one. Nice choice. And there's
Okay.
something. Yeah, there's something too about when a quarterback runs, it messes with the secondary, because then the secondary starts questioning anytime the quarterback steps towards the line, like, do I need to drop my coverage and step up? And that just does all kinds of things mentally to a defense. Cam's rolling around, taking his time, really stuttered in the middle of that pocket, fires it into a contested area, but
That was a
Diego
great
comes
catch.
down.
That was such a good catch by Diego.
You aren't kidding.
That was insane. I mean, a good ball too by Cam, but wow.
That still
Yeah.
could have gone either way, that throw. Yeah, that was just Diego really coming up for it.
It looked like, just going off a memory of it now, there were two of each team right there. And at first I thought the Unicorns were in front of that. We're going to bring it down, and Diego just seemed to like come out of nowhere and just snag it. So nice grab there from a veteran who's done it before. And it doesn't hurt when you've got Cam Cora spinning the ball to you. So
That's Cam putting a lot of faith in him too.
yep.
Come
so
on, Jack.
that score makes it 35-7 in favor of the Chargers.
Oh, 90.
And so this one's going to get brought back up over the 30 by this time. Snagglepuss is the one bringing it up the field.
Yeah, 35-yard line's good field position. Let's see what they can do with it.
Let's see if Kate's gonna come back and help Cam or help block Cam here. Off the line.
Yeah,
It looked
so
like
far-
maybe she tried, but
Well, yeah, she was able to push him out far enough that it was
That's
as
a good
good as
ball.
a block. Nice
a great
throw
ball.
to Slate there. Picked up 14.
so probably 7 out of the 10 passes that Gunny has thrown has been to the same receivers. So if the Chargers are picking up on that, they'll start taking advantage.
Well, yeah, I mean, you saw him on that last interception. He was double covered from the get-go. So far, I believe. I think Greg
He's like,
Snell
that
is the only-
snaggle post if he wants to get him on the
Greg.
sideline.
Oh, too late now.
Good throw there to Caden. Caden not able to step into it in time.
Those are great little moves by Gunny to buy him some time.
Yep,
Shaking my head.
yep. That might have been a catchable ball. It was tough to say down that sideline, but either way, it is now 2nd and 10. I was saying earlier, I believe every Unicorn receiver has gotten involved so far, except I don't remember calling Greg's name. And Greg's a vet, so I know he'll grab some here soon. Slate not able to bring that one down. It was tough to say if that was over from my angle.
Yeah, it looked like a miss from the QB angle, but it's really hard to tell.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's just a judgment.
Like a miss by the receiver, yeah.
And I believe Gunny had like a 35-yard bomb to Greg. That was
Okay.
just a thing to watch. I think you were dealing with your furry friend there.
Oh, yeah, I
Oh.
do see the middle, yeah.
Oh no, he should have kept that and ran. Like if he looks at that again, I know that would have been a pickup of 15 to Slate, but he had open field up to Slate on that play. Like there was nobody between him and Mike Slate there. I was shocked to not see him tuck it in and run there. But 4th and 10 now. They've got to have this or this game's
Ball's
going
got
to
to
get.
be up.
Yeah,
Ball's got to be up in the air.
yeah, they can't afford to turn it over down 35-7.
No.
So
There's
early
Ray
in this
coming
game.
out, not working. Oh, he's got
Oh,
some.
that-
Fired it.
that-
Oh,
oh,
wow.
Greg!
That's
What a
right.
throw.
Greg did that one just for me since I missed his first one. He's
And
like, watch
Troy,
this.
you've been calling that. Troy, you called it, man, that he's been having that deep middle open. He burned him last play, so maybe Gunny realized that and took advantage this time.
Well, see, it's hard because when I mean, this league is all about when you see something, it's almost like repetition. You know, like you just see the same thing over and over and over again. You saw Michael Slate get double covered off the bat last drive, where it was just picked. I mean, if you looked, at least what I saw is again.
So
I can't really say for sure, but I saw Michael Slate cut out, do his normal 10 and out route, and then Greg just stood right down the middle of that hash, and he just put a beautiful ball out there.
He did, and that was an uncharacteristic breakdown in coverage from the Chargers because they have been all over every pass thrown that I've seen. Tonight they've made some good interceptions, but even on some of the Unicorns receptions, they were so heavily contested. It was like a catch and immediate tackle.
That's what I mean. You see the same thing over and over again. You're like, okay, it's going to Slate here, because who else has he been throwing to? And then all of a sudden, you just toss it right up.
Yeah, those safeties get lax, and then they pay for it.
Yep.
Good moves by Jeff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now he's got the sideline.
Man. Breaking ankles.
He did. That was some pretty sick cuts, man. Jeff's fun to watch.
I was able to speak to Jeff too before the game and asked him the same question about how excited is he that football is back, and he said he's happy to play again, and he just wants people to be dedicated and show up just so that the league can be restored to its former glory. And that's so true.
You ain't kidding, man. It felt so good the first time we rolled out there in the pickup game, and so Cam.
Great move by Cam.
Yeah, he was dancing around some really nice pressure, finds an open receiver in the middle. That would be Blaze Vela, brought down by K.
When you're able to dance back there, someone's going to get open. But, Psych, you're not wrong either. Coming back and playing the first game of just shaking all the rust. I think for at least me, it was 2 years of just rust.
Right. It had been a while, so he's going to fire over his nice bat down there by number 55. Is that Brian? I believe. It is. Okay. So the rookie finally got him a little bit of payback there. Got him a block. And so now you got heavy pursuit. Man, a really good job of boxing Cam in. And he's still able to find an open receiver. That's Dwayne Viper. It was. And the Unicorns line is really doing well. They're buying their secondary some time. But with a throw on Cam, any opening is an opening. And so he's dancing around this time to his left. Got some nice blocks there. This time I believe the Chargers line wins and fires it down.
On the comeback, Jeff. Yep.
Jeff breaks some ankles.
Yeah, you might better tackle him. I'd recommend a tackle there. So they are
recommended tackle there.
Yeah, I mean if you don't, he's gonna score. One of my more profound moments there. So, all right. So Cam's rolling around, almost steps out of bounds, fires it over the middle. That's
pick by Gunny. Yeah, it was a great pick.
By Gunny. Yep.
Something that had to be said about that is when Cam was rolling to the right, and I saw it was Brian Jacobs, he actually took a really good angle to stop Cam from progressing and having to roll back and throw a ball. I mean, you don't really see rookies kind of knowing those angles right off the bat. That's something you kind of learn when you play for a while. With those pickups, that's what they really do. Is they teach you how to cut off a lane. That was really good.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see they're utilizing Brian to contain. I don't know if he's on that weak side DE, but basically he's just running that line back and forth to stop Cam from running.
And so he was dropped for a loss of 3 that time, so they're just going to bring up second and 13. Getting close to that safety area, so you've got to be careful. And
Cam got him,
Yep.
It's so tough. I mean, it's playing in your own end zone. It's going in a mouse lick with no room. It is tough. Right. It's not easy.
So while we're in that transition, I'll tell you about Macchiato Media. Macchiato Media not only provides radio streams for sale, but also has under its umbrella 5 radio stations. Honey 103 for smooth R&B. What Island for reggae and island music. What Foreplay for music that put her in the mood. What Joy for Christmas music, and What Radio where hip hop don't stop.
So it's picked up by Blaze. He got it to their 46. Good that they tackled him because Blaze can be a real problem.
Absolutely. And right now, Cam's buying himself some time. He's pushed back.
Oh, that move.
That was such a good move.
That was such a good move. Stays open right in front of him.
Yeah,
Blaze wasn't moving.
No.
That was not a...
Blaze just stood there and wait.
Yeah, no, that was not a crash player. That was Blaze saying, hey, I'm open right here. Right here's just fine.
Oh, man. I've done that before.
Yeah, good job on Blaze making his way to that weak side short. He knew that Greg was going to carry that receiver deep.
Yeah. Blaze has just got a natural ability to find an open area in the field. I mean, he can do it anywhere. This
That's
is
really
going to
good
be a
ball.
nice little pass to Jeff.
Man, passes are on display tonight. I mean, they really are.
Yeah, Jeff. If you've ever tried to cover, Jeff does an excellent job, as well as any I've seen with his comebacks. I know the times I've covered him. I messaged him, matter of fact, after our last scrim. I was like, "Bro, I love you, but I absolutely hate trying to cover you." He floats up the field, and just when you think you can give up on him, he will kind of drop right back down into your territory. And Cam,
Blaze again, a short.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to talk about when plays progress that long.
right?
Oh, look at these blockers out
Oh,
there.
that might be a touchdown. Yeah.
Nobody's tackling him. No.
He ran out of sprint.
Oh, the move.
Oh, wow. Nice pursuit, not given up by Gunny. I'd already put him in the end zone.
But see, when you're able to extend the play, somebody will always be open.
Right. When you go back, people that are watching this game later, understand that play started on the right side of the field with Blaze, and it ended at the far left hash. Like, that's just how much of the field he was able to cut across.
Down to hike.
2-minute warning, but they're going to snap it pretty quick anyway. Cam's looking to keep it himself, and he was turned away by the pursuit there. And the Chargers, they really did a good job blocking on that play, but enough of the Unicorns kind of floated to the left that they were able to stay in front of him and keep him from cutting up.
Down to
You could tell Cam was keeping that one.
Yeah, it had that feel. Heavy
what a
pursuit
move.
that time. I
What a
know
move.
that was a dance right there.
What a
What a
throw. Well, that was a crispy throw.
It was.
Like, through coverage and everything.
Yo,
Like,
we're
I
gonna
give.
revert that. Just run it in.
It was. It looks like
Alright.
there was a
Super
problem with the play,
runner
so they're going to revert it and run it back in. But that will make it 43-0, or 43-14
Wait, did
in
you
favor of the Chargers.
use crispy as the word to describe that?
It was,
did.
dude, it was so, I did. It was so precise. With that receiver coming at you when you're on that side, it's so hard to judge how much space it takes. You know, how much leading time you need.
Crispy.
And that was right on the money.
That's a new one. I will.
I'm just that's so bad. Oh, I know a crispy pair of cleats.
Downside hike.
Right.
My chicken crispy.
Well, look,
Dude,
while
my
we're
chicken's
talking
crispy.
about- while we're talking about crispy cleats, you can get you a pair at Lace Up. Lace Up is one of the premier sporting goods stores in Second Life.
It's like,
No matter what, get up, lace up, and make plays happen.
you just roll right in with that. It's like you took your.
What?
You saw an
You know,
opportunity. You took it.
I did.
I appreciate it.
I was pulling up the next ad and I was like looking and I saw something about shoes and then y'all said something about cleats. I was like, yep,
Oh, the chemistry's real.
yes.
I'm glad you're able to do that.
Dude, Sykes just on point.
It's
really
like,
is.
it's this ad's time to shine, baby.
All right, minute 37.
Downside hike.
Yep, we're closing in on the end of the first half. This is a boot way downfield, caught in the end zone by Michael Slate, the pink-maned wonder, as he's going to bring this one out.
He needs blocks on that one.
Yeah, he did.
needs help.
He needed a lot of blocks, and he only got a few. So that one is going to end at the 16. And we are now looking at 1st and 10 for the Unicorns. From there, they are trailing 44-14.
Your end zone, not where you want to be.
Wide open,
Oh
deep.
my goodness.
Oh,
Good.
good.
And Jinx
catch.
with a great catch. Yeah.
Catch by
Jinx.
Jinx on that one.
Yeah, she read that perfectly all the way, because if you look, her initial reaction was to keep running back, closer to the quarterback, because that ball was not going to have the distance to get where she was.
Down. So hike.
So
And Jeff
excellent
was
read.
there. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, Jeff is not easy to catch on. So atta girl Jinx on that one.
You know what? I'll take that as a quarterback. I'll throw that ball. I mean, it's either going to be an incomplete pass, stop the clock, or just out of bounds.
Yeah,
not-
you're not out
Well-
anything there. I mean, if he catches it, then the receiver's right
Oh,
there
so
to run
how-
out of bounds and stop the clock.
Right.
And one of those short side rolls that I'd seen so many times in scrims, he's going to fire this
Good
one.
ball.
Caught by Caden. Yeah,
Take the timeout. Timeout.
you ain't kidding. They got 3 of them.
Timeout.
Nope, they're running quick.
Okay.
He just needs a-
believe.
Yeah.
Down. So hike.
If they aren't careful, they're going to find another Stella over the top if they don't cover it up.
Oh, I'm sure Jeff is going to be watching that one.
Yeah, you knew that he was trying to do one of those 10 and outs to try to stop the clock.
Yep.
Right.
But Diego was on him tight.
They are right at where they need to be, though. They could put it in the end zone if needed.
It'd be tough though. I'd really be more comfortable if this ball was on the 30.
Yeah, you'd have to be at the line. Firing this one cross field, it's got a chance.
Wow.
Oh.
I think that was catchable.
You know, if you read, here's the thing with those, you really
It's
gotta
hard to
read that
tell.
as a wide receiver, because you almost have to be perfect on your cutback in a sprint, and if you don't take a good angle to the ball, you have no chance.
Right, correct. So much has got to go right for you as a receiver, or that you've got to do right. So they're looking for.
Oh, he's got all the time here.
Yep.
That's another good ball. No.
Oh no.
Did
He cut up. It looks like, yeah.
I think that was
going
too
over
high.
him. Was
I'm
it?
gonna give. Yeah, I'm gonna give Slate the benefit of the doubt there. He's done that too much. He knew that ball was past him. That's why he cut upfield there.
I didn't have an angle on it. I couldn't tell. All I saw was he cut
So
up.
this is fourth. So this is interesting because if they don't get this, there's going to be enough time for the Chargers to take a shot. And he's firing this one. There is a relatively open receiver,
and
it was incomplete.
Yeah, that's one of those tough situations where it looks like a receiver's open by themselves, but by the time that airtime, the safeties collapse on it.
I'm going to go out on a limb when the Chargers realized that they were going to be the only ones that could have caught that, and they probably said, let it drop. Because there were too many around that could have caught it for that to have just bounced, by coincidence. And now they've got 7 seconds and enough time to take a quick strike and then a pop to the end zone. Of course, I say that he might be trying to get it all here.
He has Blaze short if he wants him, but
yeah, he's not going to be able to put it in the end zone.
He's going to take the run.
He's try it. I haven't seen him use any sprint yet, so.
Oh no!
Now
he's got 3 blockers.
Oh wow!
Good job, Mike, to protect that. That was good.
That was a nice attempt.
10-minute halftime.
So I know that Cheese is about to head over to give us a cheerleader show. While he's doing that, let me tell you about. Oh, is there not? Oh, all right. Well, I will just take a few minutes and give you a few of our ads then. Fameshed is a monthly cycled event meant to showcase the best designers in Second Life, home to the original mesh creators. So that is Fameshed. Be sure to check them out. And then if you can throw up the Synergy logo, we'll let that one show for a few seconds. I don't know much. I'll be honest with you. I don't know much about the fine folks at Synergy, but I'm going to have to check them out because I do like the logo.
So Skinner contacted me. I guess he's head ref for this game. And he was asking to be when the cheerleaders were done, but I guess since there's no cheerleaders, he said 10 minutes.
Okay.
Are we 100% on it?
I hope.
Okay.
Let's get a confirmation quick here. Oh, well, no, she already told you that we're good.
Yeah,
flag me.
All right, and then so I'll tell you one content creator that I'm very familiar with. I think everybody in the league is familiar with her, but that is Blueberry, and she offers a wide range of women's clothing for the most in-demand mesh bodies.
No.
Blueberry. I think I've heard that brand before.
I think everybody knows Blueberry.
Yeah, just maybe.
Everybody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A little bit.
My only complaint is not more clothing for men from her because her stuff for ladies is like spot on.
Yeah, we really need some better creators for men, but
right.
That's neither here nor there.
I'm gonna.
I found my overalls. I'm good.
I was gonna say I'm gonna get where Troy got his overalls from and head right there after the show.
I felt like being comfortable. I saw you guys looking good, and I just took the comfy
that
out.
works. That works.
I don't even have shoes on.
Oh, I respect it.
That's just a.
So if you were, if you have not been watching for long, the score is 44-14 right now at the half in favor of the Chargers. Other action for the weekend, we had a forfeit win with the Ravens over the Wildcats, and then 49ers win yesterday over the Scorpions.
I like it so far.
That's been our action so far this weekend. This is game 3 of 3 game set that will close us out here week 1, the return of football. We say return, it's season 1 for the G.F.L, but everybody else has been like, oh yeah, we've been doing this for years.
Oh my goodness, years and years.
Right. But yeah, this is technically year 1.
Hey Tom, are you gonna do one of your
I've been
yeah. So if you're the unicorns here, what adjustments do you guys make?
I think the first thing that I would do
Okay,
is
it's Tom's turn,
I
guys.
would do
Tom?
more
Go
plays
ahead, Tom.
rolling to the left, the way I'd seen him do in practice a lot. Because I feel like the way they've got set up right
Tom,
now, he's
ask
going
him
to
a
get more
question, bro.
natural blocks
Alright, no,
on that
Tom.
side. I
There's
believe the
numerous
stronger part of his
reports
line
the,
is over there, and so
rule
that's
book
going to give
isn't
him the
complete.
most that he
What are
can
your takes on this?
most that he can feed off of as a quarterback. But he's got to find a rhythm. He's got too many on. He's got too many on those little side slant routes that he's
Well,
throwing
for you,
high.
Fine
That he really needs to bring those down. That's probably another 70 to 80 yards of
was
offense
offered a
that they
Tom, I
left
got
on
my
the
money
table
ready,
with those
I got my
incomplete
I got my
passes.
money
Aside
ready,
from that, I
son.
really think they've done a nice
So
job
that's
of settling
5
down. I
wins,
mean, it looked
Do you want
bleak
to
there
continue
for a
with
little
those
bit.
5
Three quick
No, I
turnovers,
think it was 30.
and the score was
Take it
14 to
time.
nothing,
Can do
quicker
that
than you
next
could
time.
blink. But
Tom, how many
but that's
wooden
I
birds
think
do you
if I'm
need
the
to
unicorns,
finish
that's
the
what
rule
I've got
book?
to do. Settle down.
Well, no, I'm not
On
talking
the
about
flip
the
side
rule
of that,
book. I'm talking
if
about his
if I'm the
coaching skills.
Chargers,
He's
I think that they've done an excellent job. Almost if you think of like an anaconda just applying
Sir?
pressure and squeezing and squeezing and
Sir?
squeezing. That's what it really feels like with their game
that on
plan so
camera?
far. They
Is
have
that on
just
camera?
started
I
in
did,
and
I
just
did.
every
Where's he at?
play it
Where's he
feels
at?
like they're just
If both
tightening the
teams are
noose
R, we can
a little
start
bit
a little earlier,
stronger
but it's up to you.
around the unicorns, and so I think that it's going to be tough.
Unicorns. Are
I
you
think
guys ready?
44-14 is
Still
a
have 5
tough
minutes if
tough
you're
deficit
not,
for anybody
just
to
so
come
you
over.
know.
But when you've got a team that is experienced
Is that
as
a
the
game
vets with
or
the
a net?
Chargers, that's even going to be even more difficult.
Alright.
Yeah, and like Troy was saying
We're
earlier
all
too,
going
this is
5
preseason, so if like the unicorns can really focus on, getting that Bryant guy to work on his containment and trying to work on containing an elusive quarterback like Cam and just making those subtle improvements, it'll pay off in the long run throughout the season. And also, if you're Gunny, it's like quarterbacks, I give him so much respect because there's so much to focus on between the rush and all your receivers. But Gunny's had some opportunities to take a run where he could gain some yardage, and he's chose not to. Mainly, probably just trying to focus on too many things. But if he utilizes some of those runs, it'll pay off.
Yeah, I mean, and again, it's
Right, we
preseason.
came back. We came back.
You know, this is the time where you kind of just put everything, and it's the first time a lot of these people are playing with each other now.
All right, we
Granted,
got 2
the
R's.
league's been around a
Putting
long
it in
time,
play.
but still,
Let's
it's
go. Good half,
preseason,
everyone.
and that's just rust. When he goes back and watches this and he sees that he has 15 yards. Oh, here we go. We're back in play.
Right. I thought Alf was just trolling us there, the way that he will constantly play field noises, but no.
Wait, Alf troll? What?
Yeah,
Wow, was moved by Jack though.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good move to get out, but again, good contained by Veronica.
Yes. And while they're lining up to play, I will tell you that Craftwork is creating unique and fun items for your SL lifestyle. Whether homes, decorative, or furnishings, you will find imaginative mesh creations that fit every taste. All right, so Cam's rolling to his left. This time he's going to be pursued there. Really nice job of blocking by the Chargers offensive line. And that,
Not sure what that was.
Again, my camera angle is horrible. I don't know if that's just a misread by Blaze or if that ball was thrown.
I'll just say miscue because honestly it was tough to say. And I know that Cam doesn't miss many throws as far as accuracy, and Blaze misses even fewer as far as catching. So I don't know, but I'll tell you what, he's getting popped this time behind the line. Purdy Panther this time, able to reel in another sack for her.
That was good. That was really good. Tough
to
to block.
Got a late block that time from Kobe. I believe that was a congratulatory block. Like Kobe's just throwing the block after the play, saying "way to go." And this time, Cam sprinting to his left. Fires got a couple of receivers there in the middle of the field.
Again, he just puts that ball in just the spot where only his receiver can get it.
Yep.
Yeah, he also buys himself a ton of time for the coverage to break down for somebody to get open. Yeah.
And Psych, don't worry, I'll set you up for the next ad.
It's funny because I was going to say that to you. So yeah, there we go.
I'll set it up.
Cam's rolling around and looking.
Take the yards, yeah. Look at in the middle. Nope.
At first, I wasn't sure. Hefe cut downfield, and it was either for the coverage was going to get sucked up because it looked like Cam was running, or he was running upfield to go ahead and get a block for when he crossed over. But either way, excellent pickup of 9. Cam's
he's got Jack over the middle.
Wide open. Yeah.
There it is.
I saw as soon as that safety dropped, I was like, well, I'm getting ready to call a touchdown.
Psych,
on him.
Would you say that play was gorgeous?
I would say that play was gorgeous. So, hello, gorgeous. Are you looking for the latest, trendiest poses? Been searching for the perfect static pose for your AO? Well, look no longer. Hello, gorgeous. Whether you're thick, slim, thick, tall, or small, we have something to fit everyone's needs. From the perfect Instagram angles to the hottest couples poses. Stand pretty with Hello, gorgeous.
And Jeff with a good kick. That'll make it 1451 Chargers.
You see what we did there, Dan?
I did. I congratulate you guys. It was excellent.
Listen, I learned a new word before. I was not familiar with the physique slim thick. So somebody,
I thought it was.
somebody
Sorry.
yeah, no, it's good. Somebody's gonna have to show me that one later. So all right, Stella this time is the receiver there, and he's gonna make it.
Oh, great
Oh
move.
wow. Wow, he found him a little crease that he liked there and picked up 35 yards all the way up to the 33.
The simplest of move.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it's those quick, 1-2 cuts. That's it.
Yep. See hole, take hole. All right, so Gunny's gonna roll to his left here. Heavy pursuit this time by the Chargers line. He's got Blaze wide open downfield though. Blaze kind of ran back into coverage really to get his quarterback's attention. But Blaze was wide open there on about that 40, the hash down there.
Say Blaze?
Or wait, never mind.
Blaze was there, but
never mind.
He doesn't want to throw to Blaze.
No, he doesn't want to throw to Blaze.
Listen.
Oh God.
Stick to the no card.
Right. Stick to being gorgeous. Sorry, Lord have mercy. So Blaze being the defender there. So Blaze is still wide open though. I'll give him that.
Great pass and a good cutback.
So yeah, Slate even a little bit more open on that play. So
it's like preseason. It's okay.
I know. And the bad part, I had such conviction. I was like, why the crap is Blaze running into coverage? Oh, never mind. He's defending. So
I was gonna say something, but I just let it go.
No, you just nailed me on it. I deserve it. All right, so Gunny's looking. He's got takes a deep shot there for Jinx.
And picked by Jeff.
Yeah, Jinx got one earlier. This time Hefe brings it down. That was a contested 50-50 right there. And so
unfortunately, she had the over on him. It just between him having to fall back and the time it took for the ball to travel, he just closed the gap.
Right. That's what, Troy was mentioning earlier. Whenever the ball, like a cross-field pass, there's so much time to recover that those open passes aren't really open. Nice throw to the sideline here. Hefe reels it in. Finding that soft spot again in the coverage. Hefe just always knows where to lay it down.
Yeah, the Chargers, you have, a lot of good receivers, but Blaze and Jeff specifically are really good at those comebacks.
They are.
And getting open short.
Good place for the comeback there on the left side. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are so hard to cover. Oh, what a move. What a move. He could get a block. Oh, if Diego hits a block, he's gone.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah. 2 touchdown catches today, but come on.
Right.
You hit
down sack.
I thought I was the only one that missed blocks downfield like that. All right, so Cam is
got Blaze again, that weak side short.
I'm telling you, that's the exact same route as the last time. It's just hard to cover.
It's like, it's almost, if you have somebody in that middle short, it's almost like impossible. Especially if he gets to step on you when he cuts back.
It's hard to cover.
They could run that play an infinite number of times.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah, setting it right up, Anna.
I
feel like I should be looking at this no card.
Yeah, but you can't alley-oop it to yourself.
Oh.
I think you can, Psych. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Well, then you read the
Cam falling way back. Veronica right on him.
Well, I'm trying to here, but I'm trying to wait to see when. Oh, nice block.
Wow.
Good recovery by Cam, too, after he lost all that space.
Jeff's wide open deep. Oh, it was just out of range.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he's got AP wide open.
Oh, wow.
Wide open. That's going to be a touchdown.
Yep.
That play took forever. You could almost say it was an infinite amount of time that he had. Psych.
Right. So Infinite Furniture is the place to go for your furniture needs with a quality, relaxed, and masculine style and their signature 1.5-hour sequenced bento animation menu. Everyone will be glad to watch the game at your house. Infinite Furniture. Furniture with class.
Yeah, Cam and his line doing a real good job. you know, he basically was able to extend that play for so long that coverage was almost
Yeah,
non-existent. It was so disassembled.
definitely need to give a shout out to Cam's line on that play. For him to run around that long, I mean, look, anybody can run around with skill, but you don't extend a play the 30-something seconds it felt like that play lasted without also getting amazing blocking up front.
Yeah,
So,
especially when you fall back like 35 yards and you're able to recover all that back.
yeah, Kobe and Tom and company. I'm not sure by memory who the other ones up front are right now, but really doing a spectacular job. So this time, Gunny going to be looking for some payback here. The score, if you were tuning in, is 58-14 in favor of the Chargers. Gunny buying him some time here. Finally got that little side pass there, right where he wanted it.
It's such a good ball to throw. I mean, it's so hard to cover, and Gunny's really doing a great job of just putting that ball where it needs to be on those outs. It's so hard to cover.
Yes, yes, it is.
You would say almost all of their yardage has been gained from that route.
Yep.
So that was a good decision not to throw it to Slate there. I mean, it looked good, but he saw that the corner was literally right over him.
This is where he needs one of his receivers to come up.
Right. I saw that. He had 2 or 3 of the receivers still pushing deep on that play, and there's no way he's going to get the ball that far.
No.
So that they really should have been running more cutbacks.
That's just good awareness by the receivers to know that when your QB is scrambling so far back, there's no way he's going to make that throw.
Right.
It looked like K started to come back, but it was a little too late.
So this time Gunny's gonna roll to his right. He's gonna fire it downfield this time. Nice cut up field.
Oh, Blaze with the pick.
To bring
that was weird.
Down.
It was a good 50-50 ball.
Just still where you were.
It looks like Blaze is stopping. Like maybe something's wrong.
No, because it was a fumble as soon as he caught it.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah, and again, they both agreed on no fumbles. So
yeah. I had to turn off voice because at halftime when the players were all talking, it was killing me on trying to commentate and then read the ads. So I didn't.
Oh, don't worry. I got you for the next one.
Let's see who's our next ad. I'm excited to see what you guys do here.
I hadn't even looked yet, so I could have been a setup and not even know it.
Cam with a great move to buy himself some more time. The crossfield pass to Jeff. Yeah.
Jeff just trying to show off his footwork there.
It's good containment though, not allowing him to break any ankles.
It was.
Prevented themselves from getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's always good.
We need a warning label with Jeff and Blaze with their running styles to be like, no actual ankles were broken during this play. It was just the virtual ones.
I mean, Cam is shaking everybody on defense himself. Look at this.
Cam.
Ooh, that move. No! That was disgusting.
Oh, somebody take his temperature because that was sick.
Oh my God, you both.
Dude, I would say that was pretty crispy. I'm not gonna lie.
Again, I don't, Blaze, I can't do this next time.
Oh, Cam's rolling around to his right.
Cam dropping back. Oh, that move.
He threaded the needle.
So,
he did. Looking for Blaze downfield. Never mind. Decides to keep it.
That's it. If you didn't take those yards, Cam.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the difference just between a quarterback who's elite.
Yeah, I mean, playing in that small shape too. I mean,
that also helps.
It's so many benefits.
I
mean, that speed is literally everything.
Yep.
It becomes so much more of a harder tackle at that time. You just had to read that right.
Nice.
Yeah,
nice
Jinx said she's fed up with him running around.
Right. Now we'd mentioned earlier dual shapes. I believe Jinx is possibly playing in 2 shapes. I'll pull her up. But it looked like she was short.
I think she is. Yeah.
Cam with a quick pass to Blaze. Yeah.
It's just like Cam is running out there. It's like a labyrinth. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yet that's like.
I did, but I can't. We're not ready for that one.
Down set, Hank.
Oh no, we're gonna go to that. Oh no, we're not. You're right.
You're never ready.
See, right.
Pass to Blaze and touchdown.
Touchdown by Blaze.
That was a great pass.
And if our streamer can get the Nosh Media logo there, created by Danny Pancake.
I respect the name.
Nothing but
Can
love.
we get a 2-for-1 there, Psych? Because I mean, he did just run a labyrinth. Literally, if you saw like the plays lead or the drive itself.
Well,
Cam basically broke ankles on the field. They're still back there.
If you're suggesting that it would be possible to get lost in the labyrinth that he just ran, then come and get lost in Labyrinth, Second Life's most dynamic premium adult entertainment venue. Ooh, I might head there after the game, where guests enjoy an open voice environment with skilled, dedicated ladies. Relax, unwind, and find comfort in a cuddle or experience one-on-one pleasure with private lap dances. Get more interactive with the play wheels, including erotic emotes, spanks, ice play, and more. Better yet, control your experience at Labyrinth. Exclusive Love It system with real-time reactions. Don't forget to ask about Labyrinth royalty to receive monthly gifts and perks. Labyrinth has it all.
Cheese.
I'm gonna just.
I mean, you've been on a team with Psych, right? And you've done this before with Psych. Okay.
It doesn't get any better. It really doesn't.
It doesn't.
Listen, do you want me to tell you why I got tickled on during that ad?
I mean,
something about you wanted to go. I know that part.
I did. But when I read it about the ladies there being on voice, I would be like, yeah, I could roll in there and be like, hey, ladies, I too work in voice. I don't know why that struck me as funny.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so moving on.
Right.
Yeah, Troy, just keep us rolling here.
I'm trying my best.
This will be my first and only commentating job of the season. They'll be informing me afterwards.
It's preseason, man. We can do it. That's just, you know what? That's the best decision that could
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Best decision.
Yes.
He had Cam right on him, and with that short shape, he was going to catch him for sure in the end zone. Just wouldn't have been a good thing.
I played on a team with Gunny before as a wide receiver. We were part of the Titans, and me and him kind of worked on quarterbacking just a little bit. And really, it's a position that you kind of have to come into your own because it's so difficult, and everybody does it differently, right? But I mean, the same read was there. And that's just a good job of throwing that ball away and saving, yards. Look at this. You see, it's
that short shape. Beat you up.
So hard. I mean, that's what I mean. Because you got to look downfield and at the line at the same time. And you could tell his eyes were downfield. And you have to put faith in your blockers. You just have to.
Yep.
And if they don't get it, that's what happens.
Yeah, and I give a lot of credit to Brian. Lining up against Cam is not an easy feat.
Right. No, and we were pointing out, when he was just flat getting whipped in the early get-go. But to be honest, that is the best experience he is going to get because this is going to be a long season, and he's going to be facing competent rushers almost every week. So, it's throw him in the fire, get that experience. And right now,
I got collapsed on. Yeah, 2 missed blocks just allowed Kobe and Cam to just sandwich him.
If you go back and watch that one, Cam just did a wicked little back step on him. He looked like he was going to the outside, and Brian bit, and he did an immediate spin and cut back to his inside, and it was just like a free road right there to the quarterback.
Yeah, it's an obvious mismatch, but like you said, Brian can only improve from it.
Yep.
Right.
I'm gonna make a mental note. Do you think we could get any of those voiced actresses over from Labyrinth to commentate a game with us one day?
Really?
I mean, they're used to talking.
They just sign a waiver that they don't say certain things, and we might be good.
Veronica, if you're listening, make this happen.
Veronica, if you're listening, don't.
Oh, me. Look, I'm sure they could provide a lot of insight on coverage and sacks.
Okay, moving on. Blaze receives the ball. Good little move to avoid Greg. He's down to the 36-yard line.
Oh, I'm sorry for that one.
Psych, you make me do this, Psych.
Yeah, you lost me. You lost me at the sack part.
I'm drinking.
Oh, God. All right. So,
Cam rolling right.
He is.
That short, quick pass to Jack.
Dumped that one right over there. Was it Jack? It was Jack.
It was Jack. That's a good move to buy himself some extra yards. But again, it's one of those throws that you just pin right in the numbers because no one's going to be able to cover that.
No.
And that comes out so quick. Cam predetermines that. You can tell that's his intention.
All right, so Cam is rolling around this time.
Great
I'm
move.
shocked he didn't keep that one. He's got
Got Blaze
Blaze
over top. Yeah.
streaking downfield. Decided to pull it up and throw short to Dwayne Viper.
I don't know if he saw Diego and maybe he didn't want to throw that or toss that ball up. But I mean, as a quarterback, it's so hard to see somebody get a step and not want to throw it. I get that.
And Dwayne coming down with it on the short shape too, so good on him.
Looks like he's
Blaze, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, right there at his feet.
Good move.
Caught that one. Nice spin. Looking to try and get in the end zone here.
Yeah.
Nice
great
cut
move.
back.
Great
Wow.
move.
Great move.
Wow.
Just give you
Wow.
guys a heads up. Mercy rule is now in
Holy
effect,
cow, that is a
and
move there.
Clock will not stop.
All right, so this is our last ad of the evening. You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna wait. I can't right now. I can't.
We're not, Psych. What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm sure
Down,
Troy can take over.
No. I want
no,
to do this.
I mean, I will, but it's.
He's been doing them all night. I'm gonna let him finish.
You know, it's true. Yeah, I guess.
All right. Speaking of all night, the Joy is Second Life premier porn movie theater.
Oh wow.
Joy has 10 screens with 10 different genres, including ebony, Asian, Latina, BDSM, interracial, BBW, and more. The Joy also has adult furniture to help you get yo freak on. Make sure to get a landmark, TP your lover, and enjoy some grade A nasty time.
Was that so hard?
Yeah, did not.
I mean,
did that kill you?
Yeah, I just reverted. I'm sorry.
I mean,
bro. I'd have like.
It's all good.
no, but I really did not anticipate me being mature enough to get through that without busting out laughing again.
Just a little clock icon on the field.
Well,
It's a combination of maturity and the amount of alcohol.
I'm not sure what's happening in the field right now. There's some kind of issue. I heard Jeff apologizing. I'm not sure what for, but.
Are you sure?
Probably a
Because
few
we've
of
done
those
pickups
jokes
where
that
it's like
I've
100
made.
to
That's
0,
probably
and that
what he's
doesn't happen.
apologizing.
Apologizing on your behalf.
Yeah, we've been contacted by a number of our sponsors this evening.
I think
I think it doesn't work anymore. To be honest with you.
somebody in the chat is saying that you were once a stripper, Psych. Can you confirm?
Absolutely, I was.
Dude, respect.
I'll try one more time. If it doesn't work, then I guess just have to.
Oh yeah, 50. What's it? 50. What is the? How many points is it? Is it 56?
It doesn't seem to be working. Just go ahead, guys.
I don't know.
That.
Oh, so we're okay.
Down, set, hike.
I don't even have the chat open. Who is familiar with my dancing days? Is this a customer? No, you know.
Is this a customer?
Customer.
I mean, what happens in the VIP room stays in the VIP room.
Yeah, it's somebody's actual name, so I don't know what their tag is. No, is it?
All right, so we're gonna stick to football here. All right, so we've got Gunny under center, rolling to his right. Caden picking up that block on Cam. Cam now blocking Caden back.
Oh,
that's a pick,
yeah.
That's a miscue.
It is. I think he was
Tom,
expecting.
Yeah, but Tom
somebody
read
to come
that
back. He did.
Tom
Tom read that as well as you could read one, and he was able to grab that and then. So,
yeah, right. I was waiting for something.
I was, and so Hef now waiting for the kick. This one will make it 80-14.
Don't worry, I told Tom.
What did you inform him of that we were wanting a dance animation?
I said, way to let us down on the celebration.
Right, we were ready.
This is the time to try out all the celebrations you can for preseason.
Down, set, hike.
Just so you know what you can use during the regular season.
You know, I haven't even heard about people talking about celebrations and all that this year. I know that previously they've been allowed.
Oh, good move by Gunny.
It was.
That was a good juke by Gunny. There's so many good rule changes. I mean, I've been around the leagues forever. And I mean, there's so many good rule changes that are finally happening that I think are long overdue. And celebrating and then having some little, helmet accessories, if you want to call it that. And that's just stuff that should have been done a long time ago. And the changing of the shapes.
Yes, right.
Good run by Gunny.
changing other shapes never hurt anybody, in my opinion. I mean, it really,
No.
it doesn't matter. It makes the game more competitive, and I think you should just be able to change on the fly. I mean, there's a fine line between realism and Second Life football. Let's just be honest.
Right. As long as we're not furries out there, I think everybody's okay.
So how?
Oh,
Yeah.
Are they?
They are actually, yeah. Furs are people too, but
Oh,
you know,
never mind then.
Oh,
Oh,
good
nice
nice pass.
thread there. That might have been a misplay by the CB over on that side because I really was expecting that to get picked, but it made it over their head. So.
He did seem like he was in front of it. If he would have cut back.
Either way, it's pickup of Slate by 18, tackled by Tom. And so Gunny's rolling to his right, got receivers spread out all over the field, needs to
That was a good choice to throw that out.
Yep. Oh, Blaze just picked that one off, but he was
He was way out. Yeah.
That, and then Gunny
They'll
just,
reset
threw it
that.
to the floor.
That was out.
Yeah, I know.
he was out of bounds, as most of our
Just throw it to
commentary is,
Florida,
or most of my
second down.
commentary has been.
I was gonna say, Psych. I think that's just a you.
Yeah. I fixed it. As soon as I realized I said hour, I was like, yeah, nope. Incorrect.
Cool, thank you.
Again, this one's for you. There we are.
Very nice. All right, so Gunny is taking over now. 2nd and 10. They've got the field
Ball in play.
fixed.
Yeah,
And
you're
they
good to go.
undid the previous play, and then Gunny just
So
spiked
how-
it basically to make up for the down. And so he's rolling to his right this time, side of the trips, looking for that. Might have had somebody open short for a second, but it was covered up quickly by number 19. I believe that's Diego.
Yeah, their secondary's doing a real good job of limiting his options.
Yep.
Down. So how?
And so this time we're rolling to the left for the strong side. He's got a open receiver there
Oh,
on
it's
the
not
short
short.
route.
The short would come back. So you can't do that. He's got to have a comeback somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to mention that too. It's like none
Oh.
of his receivers are coming back at all.
I mean, when you're going cross field, it's such a long pass already. You have to slant and on almost like you're coming back. I mean, you could come back slowly,
think
but
that
you
was in
got to do
bounds.
something
Can we
other than
check
put
that?
that corner back into
To me,
play.
it looked really out.
I
when we were
agree.
streaming.
And Gunny's kind of running over where the quarterbacks are. They might be asking them to review that and make sure that he was out of bounds because Slate caught that
I'm
right
watching it
on.
on stream. Nah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
out.
okay.
Go ahead and continue.
Yeah,
I like
maybe
having a
that's. I think that's what they were doing is watching the
So
replay because as soon as Cheese mentioned that they put the ball back in play, so they probably were watching it on the stream. He's
Roll
firing
left,
this one
cross
short.
pass.
Ooh,
You see, again, that's one of those passes that has to be at that player.
Yeah,
Right.
so turnover on downs.
And Hefe steps at QB.
Yeah,
Oh,
Jeff stepping
oh
in.
boy.
no,
He was a
did he warm
QB
up
in the.
good or-
He
Oh,
was
boy.
QB in the
It's,
PFL, wasn't he?
I think in a tournament he was talking about one. Well, let's see what
Yeah.
he can do here.
Yeah, the PFL. I think
That
is what he was
Blaze, if he
referring
wants
to.
him, that's who he's shooting for. Might have threw it right on the money.
Yeah, it was a good pass.
Yeah, my angle where I had cammed on his back looked like at first it was going to be maybe a tad high, but it was within the area of forgiveness there. So Blaze was able to make the grab. Gets tackled by Greg.
Downside hike.
Nice blocking up front, but
Oh,
Jinx is
Jinx
able.
with a sack. Yep.
Yeah, that was kind of a sneaky pursuit by Jinx that time. It looked like she came right behind the other blocker there. So when the Chargers picked up the one block, she just kept running. And so it looked like a bunch of real
Downside
close together like that. You can't block both. Another near
Oops,
sack,
stumbled.
and if they can finish it
And
off,
finished by
and-
Brian.
Yep, Brian is able to close the deal that time. Hefe's like, wait a minute, Cam made that look so easy. He was able to just keep dancing.
Downside hike.
Where is Cam lining up right now? I hadn't even noticed. Is he
Cam's
blocking
not
for him?
a receiver. He's in the middle of the field right now.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that's
this is
up
a
in the air.
crossbody. Tom Box is able to bring it down.
A good catch, Tom. I know
It
you watched
was. That was in traffic. So attaboy on that one.
that.
That was not an easy grab.
Downside hike.
So Hefe's dancing
good
around.
move.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got
He-
Blaze too running there.
Yards.
Ooh, nice pick by
Halfway.
Michael.
Nice read by Slate.
You had the yards.
I know it. He heard me criticize it, talking about, Slate, or not Slate, that Cam was making it look so easy, and then he pulled a thread the needle out.
It's preseason. None of this matters.
Right.
So
Just to shake off more rust.
Absolutely.
Oh, Gunny, good move to get out of that. It's just tough.
This is going to be second 22 now. They're from the 6, so he's really got to be careful here. Cannot get pushed back much.
so
It's 80 to 14 now.
He's had a few safeties already this game, and there's another
Tom
one.
just came bull rushing in. And now I think it's the third safety of the night.
Tom has just been a terror on the field tonight for the Unicorns. He's been safeties. He's been interceptions.
Did you say unicorns?
Yeah,
He said Tom.
He's
Yeah.
been a terror for the Unicorns tonight.
Oh,
Like,
I
he's
thought
terrorizing
the same
them.
thing at first. I thought he had his teams messed up again.
Yeah, I did. And I was going to be like, psych.
No,
Again?
I said exactly what I meant. He's been terrorizing the Unicorns.
You're right.
Let's see the moves. Oh, good block by Jack.
Ooh, Blaze with a great
good
move to get
spin.
the outside.
A loop-de-loop. Oh, man. Those moves used to be so killer back in other leagues.
Right. Oh, man.
All right, Hef. Put this
Right.
ball
Down, set, hike.
Hashtag believe. All right. He's trying to buy himself some time. He's going to fire this one cross field to Blaze.
And Greg was there to stop any extra yards.
Yeah, but good protection by Blaze. You had to play that ball defensively.
Yeah, he had to step into it to finish the
Down,
job.
set, hike.
All right, so this time Hefe's going to roll to his right. He's got a wide open receiver downfield, but he cut it off. Who's out of
Ooh,
range.
into traffic again.
Oh,
Just threading the needle. And Gunny came down with that one. That was actually a good 50-50 ball by
it
Gunny.
was.
That was a good 50-50
Very nice.
ball.
I saw the horns. I thought it was Slate at first, but then I realized there was no.
No, the horns is well, I think Michael also has the horns, but
He
I think
does.
He
He
also
does.
has the main.
so
Oh, look at Gunny.
This
Take the
time,
yard.
Yeah,
now he's gonna
nice
take it.
job.
Oh, nice continuation block downfield from Slate. Looked like he had him locked up maybe through 2 or 3 block sequences that bought enough time.
I
And
think
Tom almost had him on that last play. He just barely missed the tackle, which allowed him the space to gain yards.
Now, where was Tom coming from? Because Tom's playing corner, right? Oh,
No, he's on the line.
He's on the line now. Okay.
Oh, that's a pick
Oh,
all the way.
pick. Yikes.
Communication.
Yeah, Jack started reading that one before he even threw it.
Yes, I think he has the corner if Tom can get the
He is
block.
Oh, Kobe
One
missed the block, so I
away.
don't know.
Oh, no.
No.
So close.
He took the right angle. He really did. He just needed to get an extra block or two.
Yeah, he ended up getting that one block, but one short.
All right. We'll see if Hefe can finish this drive.
This is listen. Playing red zone offense is tough.
It is.
not
It
easy.
is.
Oh, good ball.
Oh,
Oh, no.
That was not on. No, that one was not on Hefe. That should have been caught.
I don't know who kicked that ball,
I don't know,
but that was a good toss.
but that was an excellent read right there from a guy that doesn't quarterback much. For him to see that opening, that says a lot. This time
gonna
he's
take
going
the
to try
run.
and keep it. He's going to take it back down to about the 3.
I think gained 5 yards. Yeah, that's good.
Yep. Third down here in the fourth quarter. The clock is moving. It is, what was the last time? 82 to 14.
I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to just take this run again.
Yeah, it won't shock me.
This tightly packed together is very
Matter of
difficult to get a pass off.
Oh,
and a
this
pick.
time, Kay was able to hold the line there and pick. He should have ran that one. It was open right in front of him. I don't think there's an extreme sense of urgency right now with the Chargers. I don't mean that.
No, yeah, I don't think
they're just having fun right now.
But it's good too to get somebody else in a QB just to
Correct, because you don't
Yeah,
know
and-
if something happens and a
You never know.
storm, whatever. God, my whole season ended last season with a storm.
so
Oh, I was there.
Yep. I wasn't because of the dadgum storm. And this time Gunny looked like maybe considering stepping up and taking a run, but tackled right at the line there by Malik.
Yo, both teams ready?
It is the 2-minute warning.
Chargers, you guys good?
We're good.
Say question in the stream. Are you going to do weekly
No,
shows
sorry.
again like you did before?
I have not been approached. I have no plans currently to
Wow,
entertain
that was
that idea.
That was a
lit.
great pass, yeah, and I don't.
No, but the best part about that is he played such a good job of buying himself that extra little time and then created a window to throw that ball. His receiver just had to come back into it.
Yeah, it'd be difficult to do. I mean, not difficult, but like before, I think when we were doing the show, there were like 8 to 10 teams in the league. With 6, I just don't know.
No, it was
that it was
50-50.
It is.
Oh, good job by Greg on the comeback and to catch that. He attacked that ball. That was a good job.
It was. It was.
It allows him to extend this play too.
Keep the drive alive.
I feel like I've done everything I need to do as far as like talk
No,
shows.
so
I just don't. Somebody else could probably do much better at this point in their career.
It's like you don't say that.
Yeah, I don't think that's accurate either.
That's
I don't know if they intentionally just.
no, I think that was just a miscommunication with Greg.
No, I'm saying the Chargers. There's like 3 of them on it. It looked like none of them were sprinting to try to intercept that.
I couldn't tell you.
Could have just been a bad angle by me, but
outside.
He's got Snagglepuss on the under.
Yeah, he had 2 right there. Nice grab there. And it is good to see the Unicorns still pushing down the field. They are getting some valuable experience. You know, like catching in a game is not the same as catching in practice or even a scrim sometimes. So anything that they can get for Snagglepuss, and then Brian, the guy we've been kind of playing with there on the line.
Take the yards, Gunny.
Yeah, Brian got the grab that time as we were talking about him.
yeah, and great way to step out too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think if they can cap this off with a TD.
Yeah, that would
be good for 'em.
Nice. Yeah, it'd be good for morale. It'd be good for everything here if they could close it out with a score.
Yeah.
Because as we've mentioned several times, this is just preseason, so this is good learning opportunities for everybody involved.
He's got somebody wide on the
Nice.
the under. And
Way
get the
to come
first
back to. Yeah, that was nice of Snaggle to step back in there and grab that one. Good read on the ball here. And it looks like they've got
A different lineman.
yeah, Buffet Butte.
It's a great name.
It's not a bad name. I'm not sure who that is, but
That's a tight window.
I
yeah,
so
it
wanted
was a
to
sketchy
make-
throw.
So I wanted to make a psych remark there, but I just reeled it in instead.
Yeah, I'm glad you did that.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Down, so high.
It was close though, man. I'm telling you, it was right there.
Well, I'm just glad it didn't happen.
Oh, and just to fired it right there. I believe if he'd have lowered that one a little bit, Slate had the inside track, could have stepped back and grabbed it.
Yeah, I
Threw
think you're
that
right.
Just a little bit over his head. 3rd and 9 here, 19
Down,
seconds
sorry.
left. So probably going to end on this drive one way or the other.
Oh, Slate.
Oh,
there,
got him.
there we
Nice.
go.
Hey, capping off with a good touchdown.
Yeah, and that's the end of the drive, end of the game that we were talking about. That would be good for the Unicorns. And
Down,
Yeah,
so
even
high.
really takes the burn off a hard loss, being able to cap it with the TD.
Yo, that glitch
I'm not sure
sucks
what
for
that
how
was
you
about,
run it
that
in,
kick that got
and then
blocked,
fix the
but
score.
well,
That's been happening. That happened in our game.
it was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what
that he blocked his
happened.
own kick.
Whenever the quarterback lined up for it, it looked like the quarterback was in a different stance, like not the regular kicking stance.
Yeah, he looked like he was
So-
about to snap it.
Right. So I don't know if maybe that might be a hint as far as for people playing to like, hey, something's about to get stupid as far as the field goes.
Okay, I'm taking a look here to see if there's any going to be some razzle dazzle by the Chargers here to end this game. Something is coming. I can feel it.
So I
so
tend to
I-
think they're just gonna walk this one into the locker room.
Are we supposed to pick player of the game this season, or
Oh no,
I have not heard. No, please no. I don't need that kind of pressure in my life right now.
I'd have to assume here that there's going to be some razzle dazzle. I have to.
That's a fair
Or
assumption.
just a toss up the cam. Is Cam
2
in the middle?
seconds.
No, Cam is on the outside ball.
Yeah, Cam's on the outside. Yeah.
He's
Said
got
hike.
plays. Okay, it's probably just gonna
And,
be a
and
chuck.
he is in a tall shape, so
Chucking a prayer.
time has expired.
There it is.
It's
Yep.
up. It's up.
It's going to him.
Uh-oh, Cam's
Oh, if
got
he
it.
breaks free. Oh no.
All right, so that will conclude
Good
week
game.
1
Good
of
game,
the
good game,
guys, good
GFL,
game.
and that will be a
GG,
score of
GG.
82-21 in favor of the
Good game.
Chargers. I have had fun, maybe
for
too
being our
much
first
fun.
person
We'll know. We'll
today.
let you know if I get called into the principal's office for this one. So, but I've been here
dude,
with
third
lots
person
of fun,
only here.
Mr.
Oh,
Forager.
shit, you're right.
Dan Forger over here to my far left, and then in the middle here with Rain Norwood.
It don't matter. Say it. Go ahead.
Yeah, we
Well,
supposed to call you Troy or Rain? Like, how's this work?
Who
I
cares?
get it all mixed up.
Mr.
So,
Norwood, I don't know what.
Just you know what it is.
yeah, we're being visited now by Hef. I've got my voice turned off, so if he said anything, I can't hear.
He didn't say anything, no.
Wait, Hefe, come back.
All right, so I think that'll wrap it up here whenever Cheese closes us out. Oh, he said thank you, Hefe. Thank you, commentators and Cheese.
Guy.